and welcome to the WCBL This Week, brought to you by Just Bite Me Meals, Canada's online choice for quick, healthy meals. My name is Bryn Griffiths. Well, the league is off and running for the 2022 season, and already it's starting to show great signs of momentum. The big highlight of the past weekend was the rematch of last year's final with the Edmonton Prospects traveling to Lethbridge. Both teams had a little different start to the season as the Prospects won 3 of their first 5, while the Bulls started a little slower, winning 1 of their first 4. The other club on a roll right now heading into action this past weekend was the Okotoks Dogs. They were 5-0 heading into their series with Brooks. The Dogs had some big home crowds. We're going to talk to Dean Millard about that coming up shortly. And over in the Eastern Division, it seems like it's anybody's race so far with Medicine Hat, Regina, and Moose Jaw leading the way into this past weekend. Lots of great interviews coming up on the episode today, but first, time to check in with our insider, Dean Millard. Well, Dean, let's get going for week number 2. Let's kick things off with, one of the things we're talking about Sylvan Lake today, and their community is all jacked up about this. Well, let's talk about community involvement. That's really a key about this league, is it not?
I think it's huge. I mean, I know we grew up in a similar generation. And when I was a kid, I looked up to the Brandon Cloverleafs or the Brandon Wheat Kings in baseball and hockey, or even the AAA guys that I would watch. And I thought, these guys were the best. They were the heroes because, unlike today, we didn't get to watch every single NHL game or Major League Baseball game on TV. We got what they gave us. And so for me, growing up in Brandon, Manitoba, the local teams were my heroes, the guys that I aspire to be. And I go to these games now, Bryn, and I see the kids before the games getting autographs, chasing foul balls, getting post-game autographs. The clinics are full. And the great thing about guys at this level on their way up is that they love it. It's, not only a boost to their ego. Anybody asks for your autograph, it's a boost to your ego, but they're giving back to the game. And then hopefully little Johnny or Jenny goes on to be involved in baseball. And we know this, Bryn, we've been around junior sports all our lives. Not everybody's going to make the major leagues of that sport, but maybe they make the major leagues of being a lawyer or a plumber or a doctor. And sports, and especially this league, instills that and starts to instill that with not only the players, but the young fans of the game.
Hey, one other thing I wanted to talk about too is we're focusing on Sylvan Lake today, which is a real spot to go to in the summer. But now you got another reason to go to Sylvan Lake, not just the lake, not just the beach, but you can watch the Gulls play. And that's not just this community, that's all of the communities.
Yeah, that's everybody traveling to Sylvan Lake. I mean, it's kind of like our version of the Vegas Golden Knights, right? The Vegas Golden Knights, they have some local fans, but they also have so many fans traveling to Vegas because it's a destination. Sylvan Lake, not Vegas, but it's a pretty cool spot to hang out. There's a beautiful beach and now a beautiful ballpark. And, I was able to get a tour of that this offseason, and the development around that area, Bryn, is really going to be something else as well. It's right along the highway. It's a great advertisement for somebody to advertise on that stadium. You're getting a lot of eyeballs on it. So people traveling by, people vacationing at Sylvan Lake, which we know a lot of people do. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic as they get that stadium unfolded. And I think just in general, travel and baseball works so perfectly. I mean, we have our friends from Saskatchewan back in the league this year. What a better way than to get out on the highways? I know the gas prices aren't the greatest right now, but you know what? Go get some great entertainment because while the gas prices might be high, the ticket prices in this league are extremely affordable. Take a tour of Saskatchewan and then get ready to come through Alberta and be entertained by some terrific ballparks in some terrific locations like Sylvan Lake. Start down in Brooks, work your way up through Okotoks and all the way through central Alberta, through Edmonton and up north to Fort Mac. It's just an amazing way to take the family out and see some entertaining baseball in some great ballparks and hopefully some great weather.
You just mentioned Okotoks. Let's talk about them. Through 2 weekends, the ball is flying out for those guys. They are putting up some major points, Dean.
You know what? And I'm just picturing in that stadium in Okotoks, Siemens Stadium, how many home runs are being caught in that right field patio area. I mean, it is amazing. We were really lucky to spend all day last year during baseball day in Canada. And I got a chance to just go out during the game, sit out in those left field, bleacher seats. And it was just such an amazing thing. Guy makes a catch, it's right in front of you. So I'm assuming there were a lot of balls caught in that area because they have been packing the fans in, sellouts early in the season, and just walloping teams, double-digit runs. They were close to 60 runs in the first week, well ahead of anybody else. So a lot of fans going to those games, Bryn, and obviously they are getting their money's worth because the ball has been popping in Okotoks, and that stadium is brilliant. It is, the jewel, I think, of the WCBL. I know Sylvan Lake, once it's finished, and of course the Edmonton Prospects with what they're doing, will have something to say about that. But it is definitely a destination this summer, and it should be for a lot of baseball fans.
Yeah, and speaking of Okotoks, so we've only got about 30 seconds here. There's an all-star game coming up in July. Tell everybody quickly who's going to be there.
Yeah, July 23rd. It's a Saturday. Matt Stairs, former major leaguer. Do you know he is the all-time record holder in Major League Baseball for pinch hit home runs with 23, and he's got some great stories, particularly about Yankee fans and the treatment that they give the opposition. But a great chance to get down to Okotoks, watch some great baseball in the All-Star game, and meet Matt Stairs, a Canadian legend.
That is your throw to home. Dean, thanks. We'll talk to you again next week. Fantastic
Very good,
stuff.
Bryn. Thank you.
Hey, more great stuff coming up right after this.